Have you ever been to a place, whether it's a family gathering, a meeting, or any other event, and noticed that most people are interested in and gravitating towards one person exactly? This person has charisma, and I'm going to tell you how to achieve it in this video. But first, my friend, find a quiet place to sit alone and focus on what I'm saying. Relax because my voice will naturally be soothing and comfortable for you. If you want to become a person whose presence is noticed, invest some time with me, and trust me, you won't regret it. You see, what's beautiful about humans is that no one is identical, and that includes their personalities. Your personality differs from mine, and your personality differs from even your siblings. I've seen many individuals from the same family, and each one of them is unique. However, if you really think about it, that's the beauty of humanity. We are all different beings, each one of us special in our own way. Whenever I try to understand these unique beings, I get a strange feeling, almost like pain, but it's a sweet kind of pain. I don't know how to describe it, except that it's an enthusiastic feeling. So, let's start with you, regardless of your personality, appearance, or who you are. You've already started to learn body language, haven't you? Body language makes you feel like you're on stage all the time, as if the spotlight is always on you. All the time, I want your hands, facial expressions, and body movements to communicate with you. Because, I guarantee you, if you're in a room with 100 people and you're the only one who knows how to use body language, you will capture the attention of the other 99 people. But is there a fundamental aspect to body language? Is there something I should focus on? I don't see anyone talking about the depth of empathy. I want you to make your body react excessively when you talk about something intense. Make your movements larger and more impactful, almost as if your body's volume is rising with your voice when the situation gets intense. When you're talking about a calm and serene matter, start calming yourself down, make your movements smaller, maybe even most of the movements you make with your fingers or the palm of your hand. I want you to be fluid and never rigid or tense. Imagine yourself as if you are relaxed in a tropical paradise, holding a coconut with the local juice, explaining things calmly because most people are so grounded in reality that they become boring. They feel like they're constantly confined in a box, isolated from the world, and it makes them dull. Even if they go to a real tropical island, they still feel like they are inside a box. You're going to live this life only once, my friend. So, make it the way you want it to be, because circumstances either change it or you change it to become magnetic to others. The idea here is that, regardless of your personality, your looks, or who you are, you've already started learning the language of the body. See, body language makes you able to understand others, what they are saying. Body language is what makes you as if you're on stage all the time, as if the spotlight is always on you. All the time. I want your hands and facial expressions and body movements to speak to you because I'll guarantee you that if you're in a room with 100 people, and you're the only one who knows how to use body language, you will be the center of attention for the other 99 people. So, do you see a fundamental aspect of body language? Is there something essential? I don't see anyone talking about it, it's the level of empathy. I want you, when you talk about something intense, to let your body respond excessively. Make your movements bigger, and let them have a stronger impact. It's like your body's volume is rising with your voice when things get intense. But when you talk about something calm and serene, start calming yourself down, make your movements smaller. Maybe even most of the movements you make are with your fingers or the palm of your hand. I want you to be fluid and never tense your nerves. Imagine yourself as if you are relaxed on a tropical island, holding a coconut with the local juice, and explain things calmly. Because most people are so grounded in reality that they become boring. They feel like they're constantly confined in a box, isolated from the world, and it makes them dull. Even if they go to a real tropical island, they still feel like they are inside a box. You're going to live this life only once, my friend. So, make it the way you want it to be because circumstances either change it or you change it to become magnetic to others. And actually, this is the sweetness of children who don't know how to fake things, they are always spontaneous. They bring things from their imagination into reality and do what comes to their minds without fearing the judgment of others. I'm not saying you should become a child, but extract some things from the basics we've learned, my friend. Let's take the example of the beach or a coconut. If you talk to someone in this manner, will they see you as a person who is artificial and a liar? Most likely, right? But if you are genuinely convinced internally and feel like you are really in that environment, then they will believe that you are not faking it. They will appreciate your way of speaking because you are not lying to yourself or to them. You are genuinely living in that moment, and you are genuinely communicating it to them. That's how you should start opening up a bit to your family and leaving reality to ordinary people. When you start explaining or telling a story, I want you to bring your imagination into your explanation. Of course, in the beginning, you might find it challenging, but little by little, trust me, you will get better. There's another thing about body language. I have a different perspective on it, and I believe that the term body language doesn't quite capture it because this language is your body's language. No, it's not quite like that, it's much deeper. You see, your body is speaking, but in my view, the term body language is an indication of embodying things and situations. It's as if you have a superpower that allows you to look at a person and understand anything or any situation at any time. For example, when you're talking to someone about how you hurt your finger while preparing food, you could place your first hand as if it's holding a knife and the other hand in a way that represents the vegetables you're cutting. You start moving them as if you are really cutting the vegetables. In that moment, you have become the knife in your hand, and you have embodied the situation entirely. Do you get what I mean? You will make the knife in your hand and the situation seem entirely real. You're right, you don't have an actual knife, don't forget that. Trust me, the person in front of you will see a knife in your hand. Can you imagine having this ability? Isn't it amazing? To have such a superpower, and you not using it? Why, man? You're wasting the opportunity of a lifetime. You actually have the ability to embody situations and things whenever you want. If you want to master it, you need to use it all the time, even if you're a beginner. It's okay, you'll learn with practice. And the most important thing, as I told you, is to let the reality become more vivid with threads of imagination. Right, now another thing I need to talk to you about is your voice, my friend. Do you know how to speak? See, let me simplify it for you. In short, most people don't know how to speak, and the big problem today is that most of them don't even know that they don't know how to speak. Most people think they can speak, but unfortunately, they are very bad at it. Let me ask you one more question. Imagine I'm telling you about my piano performance, and when you listen to me, yes, with just one click repeatedly, you'll find the situation getting strange, and then it becomes frightening or disturbing. Why? Because in playing the piano, we use many keys, my friend. We use the piano's entire keyboard, not just one key. It doesn't work like that. You look like a composition. It will sound chaotic. Listen, my friend, the problem is that most people talk in this way. They talk with a single tone all the time. They are like robots. Sometimes you have to talk this way, but you usually won't need it. In the times when you speak with a single tone, your voice should be like a musical instrument. So, logically, you should be able to play with just one key, right? No, for example. Hey, today is boring, and I don't know what to do. I think I'll go build sandcastles, it's probably better. Notice the feeling of terror that came through the voice? First, I have a concert today. I have to attend this concert from here. Honestly, I'm excited and nervous at the same time. But even though I'm not saying anything important, you, on the other hand, are calculating. My words have a lot of value, a significant value. But still, I haven't said anything important. So, here's the idea. You need to try to use your voice as if it's a soft melody that you're playing on it so that the person in front of you gets into the melody, whether it's a sad, happy, or angry melody. Look, my friend, most people talk in one tone, primarily because their faces dictate most of the sound layer they will use. For example, try speaking while maintaining facial expressions. Your laughter will match your voice, and the anger will be the same. Fatigue will be the same. What makes your face your indicator of your emotions that you want to convey? First, the person who sees you will understand from your facial expressions. How do you feel? Your voice will match your facial expressions. Now, see, my friend, there are many people who focus on finishing their studies, learning skills, or increasing their expertise in specific things, and then they decide to sell their services to people to make money from it. But the idea is, are you selling? Right? Let's not talk about products or services, those are excellent, even 10/10. But your communication with people is poor, and you don't know how to convey your feelings and thoughts to people properly. For this reason, let's assume that your communication with people is at 0.3. So, currently, will the client see each offering as if it's 10/10 based on its actual value, or will they see it as 0.3? In reality, they haven't bought or tried your service yet. They are judging what's in front of them right now, which is you and your communication, and you've given them the impression that your work is at 0.3, not 10/10. Do you understand now, my friend? The importance of communication. I've told you before that humans are social beings, but unfortunately, in this day and age, they are becoming increasingly isolated. Personally, I often isolate myself. In fact, I spend a lot of time alone, thinking by myself. Because I genuinely know that very few people can understand even a small part of what I'm thinking. This isn't arrogance, not at all, I'm just different, not more than that. Nevertheless, I admire my willpower. Another thing, and more importantly, when I decide to be a social person, I can be very professional when I decide to talk to someone. I can adapt myself according to the situation or what is required, and all of this is built through a lot of practice, research, reading a lot, and training. So, my friend, you need to understand that you need to invest time in things to succeed in them. You can't make a tree grow in a day and night, you can't turn a child into a man in a day and night, everything requires patience. Therefore, I request from you to start leaving TikTok, stop scrolling through Instagram or any other useless website, or even getting a bit of dopamine. I don't mind if you spend half an hour on them every day or take a 5-minute break on your phone when you work, but I don't want you to become addicted to them, to let them consume you. Let's take an example from today's generation of children, and I swear I'm a very smart man, not the generation of fools at all. I see a 2-year-old child, and I say he's going to become a genius. Unfortunately, after a year or two, I see him and find out that instead of becoming smarter and more ambitious, he's become a dumb and a consumed child. He has no value, and don't tell me that I can't judge him, or that he's growing and learning because they blame it on something young. So, do you know why this genius child turned into a stupid child? He doesn't have a chance? I'll tell you that it's because of technology and social media, or rather, it's the parents who don't deserve to have a child. Instead of taking care of him and allowing him to move, play, and explore, they leave him with their mobile phones so that he can get used to TikTok and YouTube shorts more and more, consuming more and more of the internet's junk. And they completely forget that education in childhood is like engraving on stone. They forget that a child is a responsibility. And I'm holding them accountable. Look, when a child starts consuming short videos or even Western songs like Birds of Paradise or other children's songs, whether Arabic or foreign, the child becomes dumb. I guarantee you this, and I'm not joking with you. The child's IQ drops significantly because of these things. I'll make you understand. Imagine with me that the child is listening to the song Children and dancing to it, repeating it 2 or 3 times, daily. So, what do you think happened to the child? He's been programmed to move to music without thinking, and all he does is repeat the meaningless words over and over again, day after day. So, how do you expect the child not to become a stupid being? And if all this time, which was supposed to be when he asks questions to learn about his surroundings and explore the world around him, goes like this, he just keeps getting dumber. We have a corrupt and foolish generation today. I feel ashamed when 90% of the youth of the nation don't know how to write Arabic without spelling mistakes. This is your mother tongue, this is not a foreign language. You should be proud of it. You should, at the very least, learn it properly from kindergarten. You should read and write fluently 100 years ago. Do you think children used to memorize the Quran completely at the age of 10 or less? How? I believe they used to go on raids at the age of 15 or 16. Simply, they weren't controlled by the system we're controlled by today. I want you to be a strong person. Don't let this system control you. Don't let social media control you. Don't let this new world control your essence, the nature that God created you with. Be an aware person. Be an independent person. Okay, so this poison will have a significant impact on children. It also means it will have a slightly lesser impact on you. But that doesn't mean it's okay for it to have any impact on you. You will still become dumber and more addicted to dopamine. I'm speaking to you in reality. If you don't like reality, exit this video. If you want to talk to me and face reality, stay with the video and confront your problems and improve yourself. Today, I'm giving you advice in a time when advice is scarce, so take it for the sake of God and work on it. I don't know you, and you don't know me. You don't know my face. Why? So that you don't reject the advice from me, consider it advice from a total stranger. Trust me, if you become dumber and more isolated, you will lose your social skills and become a failure because of this. Do you think companies are interested in you without your followers? You're just a consumer to them, nothing more, nothing less. So, they don't want you to become better at communication. They don't want you to live your life well. All they want is for you to be a bigger consumer. You might be all they need to make more money, so take advantage of this opportunity. For example, building your own brand and marketing it on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or even Google Ads can bring in a lot of money. You could literally reach $10,000 or more to 300,000 people. Do they understand the ads I'm putting up? This is an opportunity for me, and I'm taking advantage of it. Furthermore, I will have the ability to influence negatively without any intermediary or barrier. I will always have a voice. Okay, let me take the issue from a business perspective. I see opportunities ahead of me, I see a market ahead of me, and I want to seize the opportunity because I would be stupid not to benefit from it. Whether I want to build my own brand and market for them or receive marketing for them, for example, marketing on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and even Google Ads can take a lot of money. You're literally burning a lot of money. This means that you can reach $10,000 or more for 300,000 people. Do they understand the ad I'm putting up? This is an opportunity for me, and I'm taking advantage of it. Moreover, I will have the ability to influence negatively without any intermediary or barrier. I will always have a voice. Okay, let me take the issue from a business perspective. I see opportunities ahead of me, I see a market ahead of me, and I want to seize the opportunity because I would be stupid not to benefit from it. Whether I want to build my own brand and market for them or receive marketing for them, for example, marketing on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and even Google Ads can take a lot of money. You're literally burning a lot of money. This means that you can reach $10,000 or more for 300,000 people. Do they understand the ad I'm putting up? This is an opportunity for me, and I'm taking advantage of it. Moreover, I will have the ability to influence negatively without any intermediary or barrier. I will always have a voice. Okay, let me take the issue from a business perspective. I see opportunities ahead of me, I see a market ahead of me, and I want to seize the opportunity because I would be stupid not to benefit from it. Whether I want to build my own brand and market for them or receive marketing for them, for example, marketing on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and even Google Ads can take a lot of money. You're literally burning a lot of money. This means that you can reach $10,000 or more for 300,000 people. Do they understand the ad I'm putting up? This is an opportunity for me, and I'm taking advantage of it. Moreover, I will have the ability to influence negatively without any intermediary or barrier. I will always have a voice. Now, let's get to the point. Where do I find people who need help in the street or at the mosque? Where? I think people who are addicted to TikTok and whose lives are mostly destroyed by many things and toxic agendas spread through the internet are the ones I'm looking for. They are the ones who need help. Definitely, I'll find them on the internet. In reality, we are our biggest problems today. Today, we have mental problems. Our society has messed up thoughts. Whether you like this or not, whether you believe my words or not, take a look at the current situation in our Arab countries. How weak and divided they are. Man, is this the Islam that existed in the time of the Prophet? Is this the same Islam that was built in the golden age of Islam? Definitely not. Today, Muslims curse each other and stand against each other. But because each one of them is from a different country, today if a Muslim gets angry and raises a hashtag, is the Muslim brother who is next to him dead in his country? They are just waiting for one thing: he died in his country. For you, my friend, we are not few, we have many habits. We are mentally messed up. I'm not joking with you, this is the result of hundreds or 300 years. One of the ongoing agendas: manipulation, starvation, and continuous fearmongering on the people. This is the result. So, the idea is not even to miss this opportunity that I see ahead of me, while at the same time, I try to help as many people as I can. Why not help people and benefit from it? The main thing, my friend, is to reduce your use of social media. If you're not benefiting from it significantly, you don't need it. Also, work on increasing your charisma. Your body, my friend. I don't know if I should even talk about this point, but you need to take care of your body and be fit. Don't take hormones, steroids, or anything like that, but maintain a natural balance. Because your body is the biggest factor that can boost your self-confidence, and self-confidence significantly enhances your charisma. Man, imagine if you were a person with a very weak body. People will perceive you as a weak person. Now, imagine if you were a person who's excessively overweight. People will perceive you as lacking willpower and self-confidence. Now, let's imagine you have muscles, a toned body, and V-shape from your waist, broad shoulders, and well-defined legs. How do you think our view of ourselves and others' view of us would change? People will naturally see you as a strong, committed, and capable person, and your self-perception will be high. So high that even if you stood in front of the mirror without any clothes, you'd say, "I really have a great body. My body is better than any clothes. I can wear anything." Your self-confidence will naturally be very high, and it will enhance your charisma to an incredible extent. But don't let this make you arrogant. It's a shame if you die without even testing the physical strength that God gave you. So, give yourself time. Let it take 2 or 3 years. Be patient, because a real man is the one who can endure and be patient, not the one who tries to take shortcuts or undergo surgery, for example. Because if you do surgery, you've judged yourself to be a failure for the rest of your life. Trust me, you'll still see yourself as overweight when you look in the mirror. You'll see yourself as the person who took the easy way, and when people see you, they won't say, "This person worked on himself and put in effort." No, they'll say, "This person had surgery." So, you'll remain the overweight person in your eyes and in the eyes of others. This must be known for sure. Like I said, make your body strong, make your body able to handle pressure, because a sound mind is in a sound body. I could show you 1,000 ways to explain this, but listen to me carefully, because you need to engrave it in your mind. If you dress like kings, you'll act like kings. If you dress like beggars, you'll act like one of them. It's as simple as that. And a part of your translation should be that you grab people's attention towards destruction and attract them to angels is to dress elegantly. Keep your clothes elegant at home, that's fine. Wear anything comfortable for you at home. But when you go out, pay attention to your appearance. Make sure you smell good. Invest in a good fragrance. Of course, I won't be able to advise specifically on this part for girls. So, if you are searching or looking for something, a girl talking about the subject can explain it better, because, really, this part is directed towards young men. And if you're one of those people who think that self-care, being neat and clean, is something for those people or not manly, then maybe you should stop watching this video because your perception of masculinity is flawed. And does this channel not belong to you? Because God is beautiful and loves beauty. Alright, now let's talk about dressing collectively. I want you guys to always dress elegantly, and it doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. Not at all. Buy things from brands that are not well known, is that okay? Just buy good and elegant things. Money shouldn't be an excuse for you to look worn out. Okay, let's start with the head. Your hair should be styled nicely. Don't be obsessed with it, though, because this obsession with these things is for girls, not for us. But it doesn't mean we completely neglect them. No, we need to present ourselves in a very nice way. Keep your hair always well groomed, whether it's long or short, it doesn't matter as long as it looks good and pleasing to the eye. Even if you see that baldness suits you, that's fine. A clean-shaven head can be even better. But this is assuming you don't want to shave it off. Now, regarding your hair, you've started. Begin by gradually reducing the amount of shampoo you use for your hair and wash it with more water. Because shampoo dries out your hair a lot. Nonetheless, wash your hair very well to keep it clean. Put a little shampoo on your palm and use it. Always try to use less shampoo and more water. Wash your hair with water and shampoo twice a day, that's fine. The important thing is to keep your hair clean. Second, use hair cream. I won't recommend a specific brand or type because every hair type, whether straight, curly, or other, has a specific product designed for it. So, figure out your hair type and invest in a product that suits it. It will keep your hair looking great. This natural shine you see in actors' hair, when your hair is well taken care of, you'll instantly make it look 1,000 times better. Change it, and it will give you a nice scent. Keep participating all the time, alright. If there's a month between your eyebrows, you should remove it, that's a given. We don't need to discuss it, but just by removing it, you'll look 10 times better, and this is permissible. What's not allowed is that you remove your eyebrows themselves. But the hair between them isn't from the eyebrow, so if you don't mind, remove it because it doesn't look good. Also, keep them at the same length, don't have some long and some short hair, have a trimmer handy. Take care of yourself every day so that your face doesn't look like a bird's nest. Pay attention to many things, and if you have hair coming out of your nose and you think it looks stupid, trust me, it's not good to leave it literally, it will make you look much cleaner. Even if you're clean because of them, that's fine. I also want you to invest in a good fragrance. Now, this thing might be a bit expensive for some people, but trust me, a good fragrance will benefit you when you go to a place. Try to choose a distinctive fragrance so that wherever you go, people will know it's you. I'll suggest a fragrance called Blue. It might be available in your country, or you might find it on Amazon. In any case, choose any other fragrance, but the important thing is that it has a distinctive, pleasant, and masculine scent. Now, here's an additional piece of advice from me: invest in a nice silver ring, even if you're not married. Go and buy a simple, distinctive, and luxurious silver ring, even if it's expensive. It's okay to save and buy it. Now, I won't give you examples of this, I'll leave it to your taste. But I can tell you to choose one with small black stones. Always stay away from rings with large stones because they ruin the simplicity of the ring. Keep everything you wear simple, elegant, and very distinctive. Now, you should buy some elegant clothes, as I mentioned earlier. It doesn't have to be expensive at all. The important thing is that it looks good, and I'll give you a clothing style that suits me, and I like to wear them. But in the end, what I like might not be what you like, so go search for the style that suits you and buy from it, alright? Now you can go to Pinterest and search for the types of clothes I'll tell you about and see if they're suitable for you or not. The first type, Dr. Many, this style usually consists of light and somewhat traditional, classic clothes. The important thing is that the fabric used is good. The second type is the men's minimalist style, and this type is characterized by very simple and elegant clothes. it's okay to mix them up. Clothing should be very simple, without any designs or patterns on them. All clothes should be plain and in elegant colors, like black, white, light sky blue, light olive green, and light brown. These colors are classic and timeless. The third style I like the most is the tucking or cyberpunk style. It's hard to describe this style, but it looks wonderful when you know how to wear it. It's usually based on black and white colors, or these colors are the foundation. Often, the entire outfit should consist of a single uniform color. However, be careful about the clothes with many pockets or belts, these can be found in this style. You can search on Pinterest to see how each of these styles looks. The key is to choose a style that suits you. Even if none of these styles fit you, search and find your style, and then go and buy some elegant clothes. They don't have to be expensive, and I won't dwell on this topic much. The idea is that when people see you for the first time, they won't see your true self. People make snap judgments about others based on their appearance, and they'll focus on your clothes, how you carry yourself, and what you say. Be confident, act like royalty, and one more thing I want to emphasize is that you should be humble. After all these things and pieces of advice, you must remain humble. Maintain your dignity and self-worth, but know how to be humble. Imagine you've followed all these steps I've told you about today, and then be humble with people. Interact with them naturally, without pretense. You'll become magnetic and attract people from all sides. You'll notice that some people will start to love you a lot, while others may hate you because you're better than them. That's okay. See, today, they might love you. Some of them will be by your side, and it doesn't matter to you. You know that you're now better than them. Even though they may hate you, you occupy a large part of their lives. While they hate you, you're growing. You have the basics for charisma now. If you apply what I've told you, you'll instantly surpass 95% of people. Remember, we don't care about people's opinions of us when they hate or try to bring us down. However, we strive to be better people for ourselves. When we become better, many people will love us, and others will leave. That's okay, we respect ourselves. You can't be a person with a bad appearance, poor social skills, an unhealthy body, bad financial situation, and a troubled spiritual life and expect people to love you for no reason. Give people a reason to love you. Work on yourself to deserve people's love, and see. Honestly, to be straightforward with you, the charisma topic could easily take up 20 hours in a video, and I might not even finish it. But I've given you a legendary start, and if you ever feel like you've forgotten what I said, that's okay. You can always come back to this video to extract value from it. If you've reached this point in the video, I genuinely thank you for your patience because patience is one of the most important things you can gain. Thanks also for not wasting my effort and time. There are people who sell this information for a lot of money. As I said, it's not the most important thing. So if you have any questions, write them in the comments, and if you don't know how to start a business the right way to make real money,